The genius who changed the world. We've all heard the name Nikola Tesla. Some know him as the father of modern electricity. Others associate him with eccentric experiments and wild inventions. But who really was Nikola Tesla? Was he simply a mad scientist or a forgotten genius? The truth is far more fascinating. In this episode of Biosphere, we dive deep into the extraordinary life, unmatched brilliance, and tragic decline of one of history's most underrated minds. From his humble beginnings to his world-changing discoveries and eventual obscurity, this is the untold story of Nikola Tesla, the man who lit up the world. Childhood and early life. Nikola Tesla was born on July 10, 1856, in Smiljan, a small village in what is now Croatia. He was born during a lightning storm, a detail that, according to legend, foreshadowed his future with electricity. His father, Tesla, was a Serbian Orthodox priest and writer, while his mother, Georgina Juka Tesla, was a self-taught inventor who created household tools, despite having no formal education. Tesla credited his mother for his inventive spirit. Even as a child, Tesla exhibited signs of genius. He had an eidetic memory, meaning he could recall entire books and images with astonishing clarity. He could visualize intricate machinery in his mind and solve complex problems without writing them down. These abilities often set him apart from other children and earned him both admiration and isolation. Tesla's fascination with electricity began early. He was intrigued by the mysterious forces of nature, often experimenting with static electricity and small mechanical devices. He read voraciously, particularly the works of Mark Twain and philosophical literature, and showed deep interest in mathematics and science. However, his education was often interrupted by illness and financial struggles. Despite these setbacks, Tesla persevered, eventually enrolling in the Austrian Polytechnic School in Graz. He studied electrical engineering and demonstrated remarkable academic performance, until a disagreement with a professor and his growing obsession with invention led him to drop out. Tesla then moved from job to job, working as a draftsman and an electrical engineer, eventually making his way to Paris and then New York. Arrival in America and the War of Currents. Tesla arrived in New York City in 1884 at the age of 28, with little more than a letter of recommendation and a head full of ideas. He was hired by Thomas Edison, who was already well established as an inventor and entrepreneur. Edison admired Tesla's brilliance, but dismissed his ideas about alternating current AC. Edison was a firm believer in direct current DC electricity, which had severe limitations. It could only travel short distances and required a power plant every few blocks. Tesla, on the other hand, had a vision of a more efficient system, alternating current. A C could be transmitted over long distances with minimal energy loss. Edison, threatened by this rival approach, refused to support it. Their professional relationship quickly deteriorated. Tesla left Edison's company and partnered with industrialist George Westinghouse, who believed in Tesla's AC system. Thus began the infamous War of Currents, a fierce public battle between Edison's DC and Tesla's AC. Edison even staged public electrocutions of animals using AC to scare people into believing it was dangerous. Despite the smear campaign, Tesla's system prevailed. The turning point came with the 1893 World's Columbian Exposition in Chicago. Westinghouse and Tesla were selected to power the fair using AC, and they illuminated the entire event more effectively and cheaply than ever before. This success solidified AC as the standard for electrical power in the United States and eventually the world. Tesla's victory in the War of Currents marked a significant turning point in modern electrical engineering. Yet, despite this monumental achievement, His financial and professional struggles were far from over. Revolutionary inventions. Beyond the AC power system, Nikola Tesla was responsible for a staggering number of inventions and innovations that laid the groundwork for modern technology. One of his most iconic inventions was the Tesla coil, a high-voltage transformer capable of producing spectacular electrical arcs. Although it had limited practical application at the time, the Tesla coil became a vital component in early radio technology and continues to be used in educational demonstrations and entertainment today. Tesla also contributed to the development of radio. While Guglielmo Marconi is often credited with inventing radio, it was Tesla who first demonstrated wireless communication. In fact, the U.S. Supreme Court later ruled in 1943, ironically, the year Tesla died, that many of Marconi's patents were actually based on Tesla's earlier work. Another area where Tesla was ahead of his time was wireless energy transmission. He dreamed of creating a world where electricity could be transmitted wirelessly across vast distances. To pursue this vision, he began constructing the Wardenclyffe Tower in Shoreham, New York. Funded initially by J.P. Morgan, the tower was meant to transmit free energy to the world. But when Morgan realized there was no way to meter the electricity and profit from it, he withdrew funding. Without financial support, the project was abandoned, and the tower was eventually demolished. Still, Tesla's vision of wireless energy inspired future generations and paved the way for technologies like Wi-Fi and wireless charging. Tesla also envisioned technologies resembling smartphones, drones, and remote-controlled devices. In 1898, he demonstrated a radio-controlled boat, which many considered a hoax at the time. He described future communication systems that closely resemble modern smartphones, predicting that people would one day carry small devices through which they could communicate instantly across the globe. Despite his astonishing contributions, Tesla's eccentricity and unwillingness to focus on commercial success left him marginalized. While others built empires, Tesla drifted from one project to the next, often without funding or recognition. Decline and final years. As the 20th century progressed, Tesla's star dimmed. He became increasingly reclusive, obsessed with numerology, pigeons, and mysterious theories. He continued to invent, but found it harder to gain attention or funding. Tesla lived in a series of New York hotels, often unable to pay his bills. He spent his final years feeding pigeons in Bryant Park and writing letters to heads of state, urging them to adopt his peace-promoting inventions. Many of his ideas during this period, such as a death ray weapon, were considered outlandish and contributed to the perception of him as a mad scientist. In January 1943, Tesla died alone in room 3327 of the New Yorker Hotel. He was 86 years old. After his death, the U.S. government seized many of his papers and research materials, sparking conspiracy theories that persist to this day. It would take decades for Tesla's legacy to be fully appreciated. Today, he is celebrated not only as a pioneer of electricity, but as a symbol of pure innovation. Museums, documentaries, books, and even the electric car company Tesla, Inc., founded by Elon Musk, have helped revive his name. Nikola Tesla wasn't just an inventor. He was a visionary, a man who imagined the world not as it was, but as it could be. His contributions to science and technology have shaped every corner of modern life, from how we power our homes to how we communicate. Yet, Tesla's life also serves as a cautionary tale. Genius alone is not always enough. Recognition, funding, and timing all play crucial roles in shaping a legacy. Tesla had the mind of a giant, but he lived in a world that was not ready for his ideas. Today, as we scroll through our smartphones, charge our devices wirelessly, and live in a world lit by alternating current, we owe a quiet debt to Nikola Tesla, a man who gave us so much and asked for nothing in return. Thank you for watching Biosphere. If you enjoyed this story, please like, share, and subscribe for more incredible biographies of the world's most fascinating figures. Until next time, keep your curiosity alive and never stop exploring the lives that shaped our world.